As with my other concept videos, none of this is fully fleshed out, and is mostly ideas. However, even my rough draft ideas alone far outperform what was shat onto our screens with the official Halo series. Because, get this, and 343 you might want to take a seat, I'm actually a fan of Halo, and have played all the Bungie games. I've even watched Halo Chronicles. To start, much like Chronicles, this would be a series, but it would only focus on two sets of characters. Much like Halo 3 ODST, it would tell the story of ODST and regular Marines dealing with the invasion of Earth. However, this would be set in the invasion of Australia rather than South Africa. This is for one particular reason. No Master Chief. Look, we all love our favorite armor-clad super soldier, but you know as well as I do that 343 has turned Spartans into Marvel-tier superheroes, complete with acrobatics and plastic injection molded suits. What I would want to do with this series is show the gritty nature of the war, how bad it is for the normal human to deal with the Covenant. They don't have half a ton armor with shield generators or super strength to bash their way to better health. In terms of cinematography, blood, violence, and overall tone, I essentially would want to do Saving Private Ryan and Black Hawk Down, but with a coat of Halo paint, which we already pretty much got with Halo Landfall. Proof that it can be done. Who would this series follow? Two groups. The first being like what we got in ODST, a squad of helljumpers, maybe a 4 to 5 man group dealing with the thick of it. The other group would be a 2-man team, a veteran sergeant and an inexperienced Marine. The first episode would establish these two groups, showing what they were doing before the invasion started, what the world is like around them. The squad is going about their business on the military base inside Sydney, Australia. As they're talking about their war stories, one of the men stops, a face of pure shock, drawing the attention of his teammates, who, after looking at him confused, redirect their gaze in the direction he's looking. Dread suddenly dawning on them. The scene cuts to a wide shot, silhouettes of the men standing in the outdoor recreational area, while Covenant ships begin invading the airspace of the city. The second episode, wasting no time, would show us the utter chaos ensuing. Marines, half prepared, trying to direct civilians to shelter, while Banshees and Phantoms assault the streets. This episode would focus on the ODST squad and their meager attempts at staving off the Covenant forces. Every microscopic victory they get is brutally accented by 10 more losses. Civilians around them comment on how this is Reach all over again, these words falling on the ODST with grim impact. They want to yell at the people, telling them to shut up, that this is nothing like Reach. But they keep quiet and continue on like they have even a remote chance of things not ending up like that colony. The squad is being jerked around from one front line to the next, each time losing their foothold. The next 2 episodes would focus on the sergeant and the inexperienced Marine. The episode would take place only a few hours or so after the initial invasion. Drop pods descend upon the city, many being taken out by anti-air, others getting thrown off course. The young Marine is fending off Covenant, having been isolated from his group. He's faced by several elites. He's able to barely dispatch one, before 2 more begin to move in. Just then, a drop pod slams down. The Marine, in front of the door to the pod, dashes out of the way just before the hatch ejects, slamming into one of the elites coming at him. The impact alone is able to crush the alien, giving the sergeant time to take his shotgun from the weapon compartment and unload into the third elite. The idea of the Sergeant and Rookie story is to express the human spirit in the heart of alien darkness. The Sergeant is seasoned, seen more Covenant-fueled atrocities than he cares to remember. He doesn't put up with cowardly men. The rookie Marine he's dealing with is just that. But through their trials and tribulations behind enemy lines, the Sarge would remember how to show his humanity again. and the rookie would get some much-needed experience under his belt while in the presence of the sergeant. The second episode with this pair would be showing their work in the heart of the invasion. It wouldn't be the focus, but they would witness limited infighting between the elites and the brutes, with the schism happening in the background. "What the hell are they doing?" the Marine asked the sergeant, confused by the ruthless civil dispute. The Rookie and Sarge episodes would supply the series with its stealth and thriller scenes, along with personal human moments, while the Helljumper Squad would give us brutal war action, as well as overall human desperation elements. How far the will to survive will make you plunge your hands into blood and bullets. Now, this may seem specific, but language use in the series would be relegated to PG-13 at most. This is how it is in the games, and I would like to keep that feel. The last episode of the series would show us that the ODST squad is the same one we see in Halo Landfall. Having been deployed in South Africa after the Covenant focuses its efforts there. The series would end showing us the events of Landfall, either shown in its original state or spruced up a bit. That is my concept for a Halo series. The lack of Spartans would probably mean 343 would never greenlight it because it can't be marketed as superheroes on our capeshit-saturated media. However, a series like this that follows the stories of various battles in the Human Covenant War provides you with around 30 years worth of in-lore content you could make into multiple seasons. You could even adapt some of the books to get that fill of your Spartan power wank if you wanted. Of course, showing the Master Chief or other Spartans occasionally in the series would not be a bad thing, but their exposure in the series should be very limited to maintain that legendary mythical feel that they have to the average Marine and ODST.